Welcome to the University of Iowa Dental Commencement. This is a proud day for all who have made this event possible. It is a proud day for families, friends, faculty, and staff, but most importantly for our graduates. These graduates have shown commitment, talent, perseverance, and character to earn the degree Doctor of Dental Surgery. Effort and sacrifice have also been made by many others in sharing the success of our graduates. Commencement is both a joyous and a solemn occasion. We will begin on a joyous note by asking how many in the audience think they are the proudest of their graduate. Hold up your hands. Gracious. I think we have a tie. Oh well, okay. Now, let's recognize the families and friends of our graduates, starting with the grandparents. Would the grandparents please stand and be recognized? Grandparents, please. Next, we recognize the parents. Would the parents please stand and be recognized? Next, we recognize those who also receive the DDS, the devoted dental spouse, special friends, family, and as many of our graduates have children, we want to be sure to recognize them as well. So would the devoted dental spouses, special friends, family, and the children stand up or be held up, and we'll recognize you. Without our outstanding staff, we would have no programs. Let's recognize this great staff, many of whom are in the audience today. Would the staff please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Our faculty is among the very finest in the world. They provided the teaching and mentoring for our new doctors. Let's recognize the faculty. Will the faculty please stand and be recognized? We are honored and delighted that our Provost, Sue Curry, will participate in our commencement. Provost Curry will confer the degrees on our candidates. Two procedural matters. We welcome the taking of photos. I will ask you to wait until the time approaches for your graduate to cross the stage and then come forward. We have a professional photographer taking a picture of each graduate, so do not panic if your flash fails. At the end of the ceremony, please remain seated until the procession has exited. We hope you'll stay for the reception and meet the College of Dentistry faculty and staff. We will now hear from Provost Sue Curry. Provost Curry has been a tireless and effective advocate for the university and a friend of the College of Dentistry. Provost Curry, thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Dean Johnson. Graduates, deans, distinguished faculty, family, and friends, it really is an honor for me to bring greetings and congratulations to all of you from the university and from its Board of Regents. I would also like to bring a special greeting to the friends and family in the room. As David just had you stand, I'm not going there. Everyone who's a parent or grandparent or sibling, a faculty mentor, friend, partner, supporter, or admirer of someone graduating. I'm sure our graduates won't mind if I say thank you on their behalf for all the times you've been there, for all the sacrifices you've made to help them on their way. And thank you for being here today to bear witness to this very special moment in their lives. This is a proud day for our graduates, and maybe even more so for their family and friends. You should know it's also one of the proudest moments in the life of the college and the university. This is what we work so hard for, to see our students achieve their goals. So please know that we are bursting with pride right along with you today. What could be more satisfying than to look out at our graduates who are celebrating the fruits of having worked so hard and made so many sacrifices to reach this moment? Well, actually, it does get even better, because we also know how very well prepared our graduates are to now transition into their professional lives. Graduates, when you made a choice to pursue your studies at the University of Iowa, you set yourself up to become part of something truly special. The University of Iowa is a world-class center of discovery, innovation, and learning. Over our 171-year history, the university has produced countless award winners, pioneered the field of educational testing and measurement, created a world-class academic medical center, and originated the idea of academic credit for creative work. Our remarkable history includes not only important advances in knowledge, but also important advances in equality, starting with being the first public university in the country to admit men and women on an equal basis. That remarkable history has shaped what is today a comprehensive, student-focused research university with a national and international reputation for excellence and a mission to use our strengths in the service of the people of Iowa, the nation, and the world. And for more than 130 years, the College of Dentistry has been an integral part of our mission. The college has earned its status as one of the nation's premier dental schools with a case-based curriculum that has become a model for other schools around the nation, leadership in all dental specialty areas, and a long history of faculty and student achievement and recognition. The college is a leader in interdisciplinary research, with faculty who actively collaborate with almost every other college at the university, as well as with institutions and companies in the United States and many other countries. And the college achieves all of this while serving as a vital resource to the state of Iowa. In addition to the dental clinics that serve about 9,000 patients every year, the college offers outreach programs that focus on special needs patients. Perhaps most impressively, 80% of the dentists across the state are alumni of this college. The college's vision is to be an invaluable resource to Iowa and to influence the direction of dentistry in the country and around the world. And that is exactly what it is doing. As students of the College of Dentistry, you have been at the heart of it all. And now as graduates, you will be the invaluable resource that the college envisioned. It will be you who will influence the direction of dentistry in this country and around the world. As you take the excellent education and training you now have under your belt, combine it with the talent and drive you've shown by succeeding as a student at the University of Iowa, and put all of that into the service of your profession and your communities, there is no end to what you can accomplish. I know I speak for all present when I say, we are so proud of you, and we know you will continue to make us proud. The University of Iowa community joins with me in wishing you the very best success. Thank you.
Faculty, staff, guests, and fellow students, especially you, Ian, thank you for being here today. I would be remiss if I didn't start out by thanking all of the wonderful people who make the College of Dentistry the place that it is. It truly is the people who make it special. So to the faculty and staff here today, on behalf of the class of 2018, thank you for helping us grow as students, clinicians, and people. You are the reason we can be so proud to say we graduated from Iowa. Okay, May 25th, 2018. We've been waiting a long time to say it. Mama, we made it. When we started dental school 4 years ago, I knew one person in our class, that was Will Hansen. I had also seen Andy Richter and his brothers around campus, and their hair really stood out to me. I always thought they looked like they belonged in a boy band. Never thought they'd actually start producing music, but here we are. I did know Will Hansen, though, and I want to congratulate Will on recently winning the Curtis Iberg Award for the cleanest dental unit. I'd love to explain to you all just how deserving Will is of that award, but that would take 30 minutes and 50 Optum wipes, and ain't no one got time for that. I remember walking into the College of Dentistry for a week-long freshman orientation 4 years ago. As embarrassing as it is to admit now, my thinking at the time was this: make a friend or two, study hard, get in, get the DDS, and get out. I never planned to make many friends, and then I met all of you guys. This is just such a special group. As Michelle put it in our senior class video, the days dragged on, but the years really flew by. We've been through so much together, and I'm so proud of what we have accomplished. We have worked hard, and we have twerked hard. Yes, we do have a class twerker. Mark, some would say that we have already seen way too much. But keep honing your skills, and we'll set aside some time in a wall at future reunions for you. But seriously, I can confidently say that I've smiled and laughed more over the past 4 years than I have at any other point in my life. And to laugh and smile during dental school means you're with some pretty awesome people, so thanks, guys. To the parents and family members here today, thank you and congratulations. Our victory today is your victory. You've been along for the ride, and we would not have finished this journey without you. Without the upbringing, loans, love, cash, support, and food that each of you have given us over the past 4 years. At one point or another, each of us decided that we wanted to become a dentist. As we prepared for our dental school interviews, there was one question we had to have down pat. Why do you want to be a dentist? We sat in those interviews and we gave our answers, and without a doubt, each of us mentioned that we wanted to help people. Now, we didn't say that we only wanted to help the people who have money or the people who could also help us. We just said that we wanted to help people. We've been working towards this day since the day that we decided that we wanted to become dentists, and we now have our platform. Dentistry is our platform to help and to serve others. And there are people who need our help. As many of you out there know, with the 4th year of dental school comes the stress of taking boards. And as part of the screening process to find patients who met the exact, and I think we do mean exact, criteria to qualify to be our board patients, we met many individuals interested in receiving dental care, and maybe one who just wanted to score a date with Megan Tim. But happy birthday, by the way, Megan. Their stories were proof that while even in a community saturated with dentists, many are still unable to access care. Along the way, we met people who had lost their dental insurance with the death of a spouse. There was an individual who spent the day in the hospital and rushed over to have his teeth checked upon being released the same day. There was a father who was spending time at the Stead Family Children's Hospital while his newborn was receiving care. Discouraged that he was unable to find a provider who would accept his own insurance, he left the Children's Hospital and came to our screening. Others explained their situations, some literally pleading with us to help them. While today is a big day, know that it is just the day that your window of opportunity opened. Don't let just becoming a dentist be the best thing that you ever do. My grandpa was a dentist, and he passed away while I was in grade school. Shortly thereafter, a former patient of his told me, "I will always remember and appreciate your grandpa because when I was really in need and had no way to pay him back, he cared for me anyways." So no longer are we future Dr. Sharuva Lowe, future Dr. Mikasel, or future Dr. Do. Today, the stage is ours and the responsibility becomes ours. As of today, we are the ones who truly can help others. With 4 years of TAM-approved evidence, I can say with confidence that I cannot think of a better group to make change and help others than the 80 new doctors alongside me today. Thank you.
The Alpha Omega Award is presented each year to the graduating senior student who has achieved the highest grade point average in their class at the completion of the dental degree program. It is a privilege and pleasure for me to name at this time the 2018 recipient of the Alpha Omega Award, Cody West. Cody, would you please come forward and be recognized?
Omicron Kappa Upsilon is the National Dental Honor Society established at Northwestern University in 1914. Our Mu chapter was organized at the University of Iowa in 1923. We elect students to membership in the society on the basis of scholarship, exemplary traits of character, and potential qualities of future professional growth and attainment. Therefore, on behalf of the OKU members of our chapter, I take great pleasure in welcoming and recognizing our new members. Will the Omicron Kappa Upsilon honorees please rise and come to the stage? Thank you. Emily Brandt.
Peter Daniel Douglas. Jennifer Brittany Feingold. Aaron Jordan Kotecki. Eric A. Meyer. Taylor Ray Posler. Andrew Richter. Garrett Schultz. Cody Ryan West. At this time, I would like to draw your attention to the awards section in the program on pages 4 through 8. We have several awards as well as scholarships thanks to the generous alumni and donors. Graduation with Distinction in Dental Public Health is awarded to students for exemplary efforts to advance their knowledge and practice of dental public health. Seniors who have sustained involvement and commitment in both advanced academic achievement in dental public health and service to the public during their years in dental school, as determined by a panel of faculty, are chosen for this recognition. Will the recipients please stand to be recognized as your name is called? Sophia Chen. Carolyn A. Duong. Jennifer B. Feingold. Melanie M. Fulton. Eric A. Meyer. Madeline A. Swenson. Michael J. Talumis. And Deborah Yu. The American Dental Education Association Academic Dental Careers Fellowship Program was founded with the goal of providing students and residents the opportunity to become involved in academia by providing structured mentoring and insight into what an academic career involves. Through the research requirements and achievement and active mentoring from faculty, the program creates a pathway for those who may be considering entering an academic career. At the completion of the one-year program, participants are recognized as fellows. I ask that Elliot D. Glenn stand to be recognized as the fellow for this year. Research Achievement Awards recognize exemplary contributions to research, graduating seniors who have shown substantial and sustained involvement in productive research during their years in dental school, as determined by a panel of faculty, staff, as well as students. Will the recipients please stand to be recognized as your name is called? Allison R. Christensen. Sherry Chi. Elliot D. Glenn. Maria Paula Gomez Hernandez. Stacy L. House. Taylor R. Posler. Erica Nicole Recker. And Madeline A. Swenson. We also have a listing of graduate students who have been completing their specialty programs that you can find on page 9.
Provost Curry, these candidates, having completed all the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Dental Surgery, are recommended to you by the faculty of the College of Dentistry for the conferring of these degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Dentistry and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree Doctor of Dental Surgery as qualified and designated.
You have completed a rigorous course of study and are ready to enter the profession of dentistry. The high honor of the degree doctor has been rightly earned. You carry a rich tradition from your profession and from your university. You also carry two responsibilities: the individual responsibility to work for the oral health of your patients and the collective responsibility to work for the oral health of the public. I charge you to carry this heritage and responsibility with integrity and diligence. With this responsibility, you have also developed the skills and perspectives to achieve much fulfillment. I wish you success in your personal and professional lives. You have the tools to begin this journey. I also hope that each day you will take a moment to enjoy the things in your lives that mean the most to you. I would like to tell you how much the faculty and staff have enjoyed your class. We've tried to give you roots and wings. The roots are made up of professional fundamentals, as well as the attachments to your profession and to the University of Iowa. The wings are made up of your abilities to take initiatives, to adapt to new situations, and to be a professional role model. This is your last time together as a class. You are now alumni of one of the finest colleges of dentistry in the world. We hope you will return to visit classmates and renew this unique time every 5 years at your reunion. Yours will be in 2023. The time will pass quickly. Please keep in touch. And now, will the first row of candidates come to the stage for the hooding ceremony?
We request that you please save your applause until all of the candidates have returned to their seats. Ryan Robert Frost. Emily Brandt. Peter Daniel Douglas. Jennifer Brittany Feingold. Aaron Jordan Kotecki. Eric A. Meyer. Taylor Ray Posler. Andrew Richter. Garrett Schultz. Cody Ryan West. Elizabeth Reynolds Axel. Jacob Craig Baumgartner. Brooke Ashley Berkey. Eric Andreas Bloomquist. Keegan Jared Bond. Carly Ray Brantman. Jasmeet K. Brar. Jeffrey D. Breitbach. Jacob R. Brees. Natalie W. Brown. Michelle A. Burson. Sophia Chen. Unisha V. Cheruvalo. Allison R. Christensen. Sherry Chi. Cameron J. Klaus. Taylor Fry Winslow Cook. Sam M. Crane. Ta Hu Do. Carolyn Ann Duong. Justin Tyler Durancic. Kyle L. Ford. Stephanie Ann Freestead. Brandon D. Full. Melanie Margaret Fulton. Elliot D. Glenn. Maria Paula Gomez Hernandez. Will J. Hansen. Seth M. Hinsey. Stacy L. House. Josie M. Jansen. Bryn Elise Johnson. Brian R. Jones. Aaron M. Keith. Emily S. Kopek. Craig D. Kazalu. Ian T. Lamb. Christopher R. Lawhead. Makira C. Leahy. Christopher Z. Liu. Matthew Todd Myers. Justin Tyler Mikesell. Jennifer M. Mitchell. Matthew A. Muller. Daniel A. Nelson. Megan M. Nelson. Ebosa Oriakbe Okorua. Marin Eileen Parsons. Kristen E. Potts. Erica Nicole Recker. Bethany L. Redmond. Kathleen Deming Rowley. Scott Michael Riz. Lauren F. Schimmel. Mark A. Schimmel. Jason D. Shawley. Lauren Siegert. James M. Scavor. David A. Smith. Jennifer Lee Solberg. Madeline A. Swenson. Michael J. Talumis. Shelby Elizabeth Tesser. Megan N. Tim. Ethan E. Tyndall. Eric Ken Toy. Brandon J. Turley. Bradley J. Weimerskirk. Trevor M. White. Deborah Yu. Join me in extending congratulations to the 2018 Doctors of Dental Surgery.
We'll be done with the photos in just a moment, and then we will recess. Please bear with us. Thank you.
please join me again in congratulating the 2018 Doctors of Dental Surgery.